Hearts of Iron 4. This is one of Paradox's most popular games, and one of the key factors for this significant rise in popularity over time is due to the mods made within Hearts of Iron 4. Out of all Paradox games, Hearts of Iron 4 has the most mods by far, and the depth these modders have gone is really quite remarkable, spending years on development, and it being free for you to enjoy is really great. In this video therefore, we explore some of the best mods of Hearts of Iron 4, and maybe some of them you might like to play, as all the links will be in the description. There will also be timestamps of the mods, so you can go to a mod that takes your interest. I give my opinion on which mod is the best at the end of the video, although I'm sure some of you will disagree with me, and there are a lot of great mods out there, like the American Sigma mod, that is one of the most popular mods in the last week. Clearly an up and coming mod. On the whole though, it will definitely be interesting to see what you guys have to say in the comments. So let me know what you guys think is the best mod below. What also would be nice if you guys could subscribe and join our community. We intend to make more Hearts of Iron 4 content in the future, and you can always unsubscribe if you don't like us. The first mod I'd like to discuss is known as Kaissereich. Released a few years ago, this alternative history mod has received 1 million unique visitors and 750,000 subscribers. The mod wants to answer the question, what if Germany had won the First World War? One of the reasons this mod is popular is because it's incredibly in-depth. They made a 14-year timeline of alternative events, completely changing each country's history into a fascinating timeline. They've even made videos on a few of the main countries on YouTube. Some notable parts they've added is firstly, the US stays isolated and Franklin Roosevelt dies early. Secondly, the British Empire crumbles due to a miners' strike in 1925. And finally, Italy had a civil war, with it being split into 2 parts. And obviously, many more interesting things happen. The visual design of the mod also deserves some credit, with a 3D model unit being designed to fit into each country based on their alternative timeline. I'd finally like to mention the amount of flavour added to each nation, with unique focus trees and tons of events, all helping you immerse yourself into this world. Some people could even argue it's got more flavour than vanilla Hearts of Iron 4. The second mod I think is up there for being one of the best mods in Hearts of Iron 4 is the Cold War Iron Curtain, a World Divided mod. This mod starts in 1949, but you can also start later if you desire. Given how recent the Cold War was, with the Soviet Union only collapsing in the early 1990s, it's no wonder there was a significant demand for a mod like this. Now obviously, having high demand for a mod doesn't make it one of the best mods out there, but the modders have really gone into significant depth and made it feel like a Cold War game. You even have the chance to play as Putin, the Russian leader today. They've also added a new United Nations mechanic to simulate the real politics of the day. The fact there are so many details, from the art to the country focus trees and technology trees, with one technology tree spanning 70 years, gives this mod a spot on the list. Another mod that deserves a place on this list is the Old World Blues mod. The mod starts in the year 2275 and is set in the Fallout universe, a world devastated by nuclear war, and is a post-apocalyptic era. Despite the initial strangeness of it, considering these 2 games are significantly different from one another, the modders have surprisingly been able to create a really good mod for Hearts of Iron 4. With over 3 years of development, this mod has been significantly fleshed out since they've added lots of different focus trees and an entirely custom map of North America. I'm sure even if you've never played Fallout before, you will have a good experience with the mod, and probably even question whether you're playing Hearts of Iron 4. The next mod I want to talk about is the Road to 56. Now on the surface, you may be thinking, why is this mod on this list if it only extends the timeline to 1956? But the main reason it's made it onto this list is because it gives the world of Hearts of Iron 4 a greater amount of depth and realism. The modders have added a ton of flavour to loads of different countries, so there's no need to wait for the next Paradox DLC to give you flavour for certain countries. So if you aren't into your fantasy or alternative mods, this extension mod may make your Hearts of Iron 4 gameplay a lot more enjoyable, rather than just playing on vanilla, so it might be worth giving it a go. The next mod a lot of people argue is the best mod in Hearts of Iron 4. It is known as the Millennium Dawn modern day mod. and surprise surprise, it's set in the modern day. Now there's no question this mod would be popular, considering it's in our time and highly relevant to people. But what I would say is this mod is really popular for the depth it brings you. It's even won an award for its brilliance. It's probably the closest thing you'll get to a modern day grand strategy game, being able to research drones and a whole bunch of modern day things, making it an immersive experience. The determination of a mod team to constantly update it as time goes on is really something quite cool. Ever bored of playing in World War II? I want to go back to an earlier war. Well, the Great War mod, now is your chance. You can now go back to 1910, where the powers of the day try to control the world. I'd say it's really realistic to World War I, with many slow-moving units, and it may take a bit of time to conquer a country, which is realistic to World War I, with many stalemates happening throughout the war. I think it's similar to many of the other mods on this list, and it's not just popular, simply because it covers a popular time period, but because the modders want you to feel like you are immersed in a World War I game, since they've added unique things from World War I, like the trenches or gas warfare. Also, there are loads of events and general flavour. These sort of things make a mod immersive, and that's why this mod is on the list. One of the final mods I wish to talk about is the Star Wars Palatine's Gamble. Released earlier this year, it's one of Hearts of Iron 4's most popular mods of 2021, and it is a total conversion mod that takes you to the world of Star Wars. It includes new game mechanics like the Bounty Hunter Market and Galactic Senate. The mod is also in alpha stage, which means the features haven't been locked down, and it's still in its exploratory stage. I think you could argue this is the best fantasy mod, but then I'm sure a lot of people would disagree, considering the amount of great fantasy mods out there. Even if you're not particularly into Star Wars, you might as well give this mod a go, and see what you think of it. So there you have it guys, these are some of the best mods in Hearts of Iron 4. If I had to pick one, it would have to be the modern day mod, just because I think it's the most fun. However, I'm sure a lot of you disagree, or think I've missed a few of the best mods. I probably have a bias to the alternative history and fantasy mods, and actually some of the most subscribed mods like coloured buttons or division templates you could argue are better because they are more subscribed too. But in my opinion, they don't really compare to the mods I've mentioned. Let me know what you guys think though. Thank you guys for watching, make sure to subscribe for more Hearts of Iron 4 content, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.